So the conversation that a lot of people are having right now, it's at least a conversation I believe sparked by the streamer Zaryu. Zaryu made the point that in a lot of ways, WoW retail, specifically about Mythic Plus, feels less like an MMORPG and more like an ARPG, which is an action RPG, kind of like Diablo 4. Does World of Warcraft feel more like an ARPG in Mythic Plus than an MMORPG? Let's check this out, right? WoW MDI gameplay. Let's look at some footage from one of the most recent MDI gameplays, right? Okay, tons of mobs stacked, pop your cooldowns, blow it all up, right? Then let's also look at Diablo 4 endgame dungeon. Let's check this out, right? Okay, now obviously it's not a direct correlation, but the argument that people are having is that old World of Warcraft, classic WoW, let's do UBRS, in classic MMORPG, you think slower paced, you think crowd control that guy, stun this guy, stop that guy, we're fighting a few mobs. In an ARPG, you think gather up a bajillion mobs, make me feel super powerful, and we're just gonna blow everything up. It's gonna be awesome. You get somewhat of a similar experience when doing Mythic Plus in retail. Get as many mobs together as possible, blow all your cooldowns, feel super powerful, blow it all up. Speed your way through. Literally, Mythic Dungeon Invitational literally is about going as fast as you can and killing as many things as you can. It literally, in a sense, starts feeling more like an ARPG. It starts feeling more like Diablo 4 than it does feeling like classic WoW. Now, is World of Warcraft an ARPG? Obviously not. That'd be an unfactual statement to say. But if you ask me, does current Mythic Plus in retail feel more like a MMORPG? WoW Classic, New World, Ashes of Creation, which is gonna be released when I'm 97 years old, or does it feel more like Diablo 4? I would lean probably more on the Diablo 4 side. I don't have a problem with that, but do I think it feels like most other MMOs out there? No, not really. But I don't personally have an issue with it because I happen to love ARPGs. But I do understand that for people who like, man, I don't like this, I could see that being an issue. But that's where then my point would be like, then people can just play WoW Classic. But I would agree with the fact that people are like, well, I don't want to play WoW Classic because I already played it when I was younger. I don't want to play the same game again. I want to play a new game. That's where I think Season of Discovery is really needed, but like a real Classic Plus, because I also understand people like, I don't want to pay to play the exact same game again. I want to play what feels like a real MMORPG, but I want something new. And I think that's fair. That's why I think Classic Plus needs to exist. So that is the, does WoW feel like an ARPG type conversation? And I would agree that I think it has gone probably a little bit in this direction. I just happen to love it because I also happen to love ARPGs.